still on my mind. Small days is a good time. Remember some little children. I'm in the singing and the dancers really admire them. Small days is still on my mind. Small days is a good time. Remember some little children. I'm in the singing and the dancers really admire them. Yes, they're singing. Ring, ching, ching, ching. Bongo tea. I'm in a bag. Bongo tea. See for mama. Bongo tea. The 10 fat chickens. Bongo tea. I asked you for one. Bongo tea. And she won't give me one. Bongo tea. You see that girl then? Bongo tea. Named Dorothy. Bongo tea. She fat like a butter. Bongo tea. And she maggle like a chow. Bongo tea. Oh, small days is still on my mind. Small days is a good time. Never had some little children. I'm in the singing and the dancers really admire them. What they're singing? On your carpet, you must be like roses. On your knee, bright and shining, you must be. And show me the one, love the best. When I marry, I give you the ring. First the girl, second the boys. Sunday, Monday, afternoon, we will spend our honeymoon. Oh, small days is still on my mind. Small days is a good time. Never had some little children. I'm in the singing and the dancers really admire them. Join the singing. Old man house on fire. The old man ran away. He ran for the police to get the water. The only fire down there. Escalated, shoo, shoo, shoo. Escalated, shoo, shoo, shoo. And a wipes the lady place. The lady wipes the lady place. And she fell down, and she fell down, and she fell in the ocean too. Oh, small days is still on my mind. Small days is a good time. Never had some little children. I'm in the singing and the dancers really admire them. Hear them singing? Children, children. Yes, mama. Where you been? Grandmama. What she give you? Bread and cheese. Where is mine? On the shelf. How me go get them? Climb on the chair. So what's it called? Pinake. Bad picnic. Pinake. Wicked picnic. Pinake. Oh, small days is still on my mind. Small days is a good time. Never had some little children. I'm in the singing and the dancers really admire them. I'm in the singing and the dancers really admire them.
One morning the captain wake, he wake the boatman. The boatman wake, he wake the bowman. The bowman wake with the paddle in the hand. All I want is a long and strong. Long and strong is too much for me. Long and strong is eternity.
Captain, put me ashore. I don't want to go anymore. Eternity gone frighten me. Eternity gone drunken me. Eternity gone walk me belly. Eternity are too much for me. Eternity, 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 eternity.
Captain, put me ashore. I don't want to go anymore. Eternity gone frighten me. Eternity gone drowned in me. Eternity gone walk me belly. Eternity gone too much for me. Eternity, 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 eternity.
timba broka mi baketi maya. Timba broka mi baketi maya. Oh, timba broka mi baketi maya. Oh, timba broka mi baketi maya. Oh, timba trapa mi hipeti maya. Oh, timba trapa mi hipeti maya. Drapa mi futeti maya. Oh, timba drapa mi futeti maya. Timba drapa mi paketi maya. Timba drapa mi paketi maya. Timba twisa mi hipeti maya. Timba twisa mi hipeti maya. Timba, 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 heavy Lord. Timba, 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 heavy Lord. Timba, 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 heavy Lord.
There's a land just off the Atlantic, land of jungles, waterfalls, and sweet scenery, where poor people farm the lands and hunt the waters, and all live in peace and harmony. This is Guyana, beautiful Guyana. This is Guyana, beautiful Guyana. Diamond seekers go in the interior, pulling their creoles under the falls, singing sweet calypso as they heave on their way to dig up the diamond and the gold. Great kite-shore tumbling to the river, how I love to see your foaming tide. I listen to the chirps of that cheerful kiskadee as they throw the yellow breast to the sky. Oh, Guyana, land where I was born. Oh, sweet land, shining in the sun. I could hear the monkey chatter up in a tree, and the parrots singing this melody. independent and free. Oh, Guyana, beautiful Guyana.
We are a peaceful people, struggling we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces, from foreign places, talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. No, we ain't giving up no mountain, and we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river, that belong to we, not the one blue saki, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass. This land is our land now, we're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we are moving from here, make no mistake. No, we ain't giving up no mountain, and we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river, that belong to we. Not one blue saki, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass. We love the open country of the Rupanuni and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we mean to keep it, we have that right. No, we ain't giving up no mountain, and we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river, that belong to we. Not one blue saki, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass, not one golden apple, not one jamun, not a drop of water from the farmer room, not one sheriga, not one mami, not one guinea, not one whitey, not one sapadella. We are a peaceful people.
Oh yes, a lot of you gon' vex, but I tell you, sometimes you just got to listen. There's a child in every home and every community. They will grow up to be symbols of unity. They'll be colorblind to race and ethnicity. That's the vision of a leader like President Irfan Ali. I'm talking about the one Guyana where our people can live in peace, where every race trusts each other, where racial prejudice no longer exists. Our children will have one Guyana to grow up in a land united and free with equality and blessed with prosperity. For too long we've been fighting one another. It's race against race, but in the end the country suffer. Oh, we were born here, not in India nor Africa. But if we can't get along, the foreigners gon' eat we suffer. We must put an end to racism. Let it end now with this generation. Together we'll develop this nation. Make Guyana the gem of the Caribbean. Don't listen to them wicked politicians who will divide us to win an election, believe it or not. Guyanese no smarter than that. Yeah, I told you, it's your boy Padmore. Unity is the key. We are all one and we should be treated as one. Our ancestors were slaves and laborers, but the life they endured made it better for us. We honor their sacrifice and the freedom they bought for we. But some descendants of slaves use that to fuel the rich. It doesn't matter what's your skin color, when we bleed blood it's red the same. Let's respect and love one another. When a brother cry, we must feel the pain. We're Portuguese, African and Indian. We're Chinese mixed up, we're Amerindians. We're all Guyanese.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome down to Livewire. Last episode for the week is the 27th of October. It's Friday, people. We're heading into the weekend. And this morning, I really got to work on this green screen. Anyway, this morning, I was fired up since yesterday because I was saying to myself, I wish I had an evening program so I didn't have to wait until the next day to deal with certain issues. But we got the next day, we're here, everybody alive and well. Y'all share the life because today I can't guarantee that it's gonna be a normal show. We got a couple of things that upsetting me. And I couldn't deal with it yesterday because we were short on time. But I will dedicate a significant amount of time today to addressing what I deem as, oh my gosh, stupidity, dumb, foolish, dense, insane, dim, dotish, thick, witless, obtuse, pointless, imbecilic comments made by Miss Coretta McDonald on advancing the cause on Wednesday night. So as you guys would know who were here yesterday, I couldn't deal with it yesterday morning. The time ran out on us. Nevertheless, before I get into that, I am sure a lot of persons were able to see the Vice President's press conference yesterday. Please look at it. A lot of very important information was shared, and you guys need to be up to date. So please check out the Vice President's press conference yesterday. Why this light behaving so retarded? This light behaving like Coretta. Anyway, so check out the Vice President's press conference yesterday and get yourself up to date with that. I want to deal with all the formalities before I jump in to what I want to blaze her about today. So morning to Vina Ramkaran, Eunice Ragabir, morning to you. Jane out of St. Martin, morning. Leroy Mangal from NYC. Good morning, everybody joining us from Canada. Sherry Ramnath, morning to you. Sir Vishnu, morning to you, Chief. How things? Shakila Brijlal, morning. Jasmine Baldio, Neil Ramlukan, morning to everybody already tuned in. Please share the live, guys, with everybody on here. Everybody, at least give me one share, please. whether it's Facebook or YouTube, give me one share. I appreciate it, and it helps to get the message out there. Rugarib, morning to you. Prem Prashad, Dial Sukram, good morning to you. Reni Prasad, morning to you. Lola Hari, morning. I see we have Joan Abidjan in the building from Canada as well in here. Sherwin Siram, morning. Vishnu Abdul Shamin, good morning to you. And Mukesh Vishnudat, Omar Sharif. Omar, so I was looking back at one of the programs the other day, and I think I said Omar Sharif from the coalition. Sorry, I'm sorry. I apologize. Nirmala Allen, morning. Raj, morning to you, brother. Tracy Martindale, morning to you. Now, Raj, this guy here, y'all often hear me mention him on the program. Now, I wanted to share, because I talk about what he does and the importance of it. Now, Raj works with the Office of the Prime Minister, and he goes out and he does ICT awareness in various corners of the country. So I wanted to share with you how young Guyanese are... What's going on with this system? Why are you moving so slow and sickish? I think I might have too many things open. Anyway, as I was saying, Raj is a youngster that goes around the country having ICT awareness workshops with persons in various regions, whether it be young adults, teenagers, or even grown folks who are interested in advancing their knowledge in ICT. I don't know why this thing is not popping up on the screen. What's going on this morning? Morning to Samantha Shri Prasad. Wow, I never seen you here. I think I saw you here one time before. Morning to you and welcome down to the program. Paul Joseph, morning to you. Milky Captain. Morning. Tracy Martindale, morning to you as well. Why this thing not showing? This thing frightening me. I want y'all to see what's going on. Anyway, let me think. I have it uploaded here. So it just gotta cover me. So this is Raj out in the field, and this is what he does. Goes to different areas, doing ICT awareness with persons in the region so that, you know, there might be some adults who did not have the chance to take IT in school or be versed in ICT. Now, this is where Raj comes in. He comes there, he teaches them about the basics, you know, input, output devices, how to turn on, how to navigate the internet, use certain tools that come along with computers. What I loved about these photos, look at this, an elderly woman who would not have had the chance to gain ICT knowledge in her younger days, still has an opportunity now because of persons like Raj, who would go out and do these kinds of things with persons, big people, right? Big people, school children, teenagers, young adults, elderly people, anybody who is interested in learning IT through the Office of the Prime Minister. This is what Raj does. And I think he has been making an impact out there. Continue to keep up the good work, brother, and ensure that persons in Guyana are properly equipped and upskilled. Continue to do a good job. Right? Guys, that's Raj. I tell you, I'll go and check the VP press conference. Now, I want to jump into Coretta. Now, Coretta McDonald, I maintain that the government has made a good move to refurbish that mental health facility in Berbice, because clearly we have some mad people in this country, right? So Coretta sat on her program, advancing the cause. I don't know what cause, but she advancing the cause. And she was expressing frustration that the current government appears focus primarily on monetary gains, tall buildings, and road projects, right? And I'm thinking, isn't that what a government is supposed to be focused on? Advancing the economic activity of their country, changing the landscape of their country. And what was the other stupidness she was upset about? And road projects. And in improving how Guyanese commute. Isn't that one of the things the government should focus on, Coretta? I'm trying to understand, how is that an issue? How is that an issue? So I am going to take some time today with you all here on this live with me and examine the foolishness that Coretta McDonald tried to peddle to people on Wednesday in relation to this Venezuela-Guyana issue, and also in relation to how the government has been responding to it.
Equal. And let me say from the onset that our program tonight is entitled.
So let me say from the onset, people like these have nothing sensible to tell Guyanese. All they have to do, or all they can do, is divide this nation. And I'm purposely taking you through this to show you the foolishness, you understand me, that Coretta coming to people with. Some of the points Coretta made in this live, I was wondering if Coretta's living in the same country. One of them, before I play the video, Coretta said one Guyana is nonsense. It's about one people, one nation, one destiny. Is that not one Guyana, Coretta? Are you an idiot? You're super stupid. One people, one nation, one destiny. Is that not one Guyana? Anyway, let me go.
Guyana is beyond. And it's not one Guyana. It's one people, one nation, one destiny.
Is that not one Guyana, Coretta? One people, one nation, moving towards one destiny. What the people name? Not Guyanese. What the nation name? Not Guyana. Is who destiny they're looking after? Not Guyanese destiny, Guyana's destiny. So what is wrong with one Guyana? Or is it because President Ali said? Could it be because President Ali said you have an issue with one Guyana? It's a shortened form of one people, one nation, one destiny. You understand? And it's better than forward ever, backward never, because we didn't move forward in the period 2015 to 2020. So you should be the last person talking about what is one people, one nation, one destiny. Because the one people you all represent, you didn't even look out for.
And Guyana is we own. All of Guyana belong to us. We are bona fide citizens of this country. And so all of Guyana belong to us. Before I go further into the program, I don't want to get lashes. So I want to say happy birthday to all of the condolences to all those families.
We got time to fast forward. We got time for that nonsense.
Who would have lost loved ones,
Okay.
It's not, oh God, Sarah, I ain't got no fire tonight. Sarah, good night to you, love. Right. So call up your friends and tell them advancing the cause is on, think that over and over.
And listen, you know something? Everybody on this live, y'all share this live. Share this live, because Coretta got the people at AP and UAFC page that's sharing the live, so this nonsense going to the world. So I am asking all of you on here, each one of you give me a share. Let me debunk this foolishness that Coretta put out on Wednesday night. And she talking about script and script and script. I ain't take no notes on your presentation, Coretta. I will deal with it off the cuff, right? But I ain't gonna be used like you.
During the course of this episode, Guyana is we own. And we don't want anybody to come here to tell us Essequibo belonged to them. I mean, a madman at some time said, oh, we could give a part to Essequibo. But you know, I want to say to us.
No, that was never said. Right? That was never said. It was related to the waterways and maritime access. Not give a piece of Essequibo to anybody. You understand me? So that's the first set of foolishness that Coretta came with the other night.
There's a saying which says, what's sweet in goat mouth, the sour in the backside.
Yeah, like the SOPs for you, Coretta. Right? The rigging was sweet in your mouth, but the presenting the SOPs, sour in your backside at the end of the day.
And that's what's happening to some of those who are now holding seats in government. You know, some of them who are holding seats in government now, that is what is happening to them when they go out there and talk foolishness. They were in opposition and they were saying a whole lot of trash.
That sound familiar to you? Somebody being in opposition, talking a whole lot of trash. You understand me? In opposition, talking a whole lot of trash with nothing to back it up. When they got into government, proved nothing that they were talking about. In Tech Back Pradoville, in lock up no government ministers for corruption. Nothing. The 1,400 people that they claim were killed, you got justice for not a soul. And mind you, I remind the viewers here, this was debunked by the Starbrook News in an extensive article detailing the list, the names on the list of the persons that were presented, showing when they died, how they died, and the fact that they were all not Afro-Guyanese. Some were criminals, some were police who were shot by criminals, and some were just persons who died of natural causes. Right? So I'm challenging Coretta to resurrect that list again and let us peruse it to see who really talking foolishness out there.
Now it's coming back to haunt them. But you know what? We are the ones who will suffer if any crazy thing should happen. If Venezuela should make any crazy move, we're the ones who will suffer because all of them got hiding place to go. But Guyana is we own and we will stay right here.
Okay.
We're not going anywhere.
I remind y'all of whose party had the ministers who had to vacate office because of their dual citizenship. Do I need to remind y'all? Right? Y'all remember, obviously, the president had a director general. Y'all remember how that position was created? Right? Y'all remember how that position was created? Y'all remember how many persons from the APNU AFC had to vacate certain offices, government office, because you couldn't hold it whilst you had allegiance to another state. Y'all remember? And Coretta talking, but people who got places to go. So her comrades would get evacuated with the Americans if anything happened here, because they got American citizenship. And they refused to give it up to stay and represent Guyana in Guyana Parliament and as ministers of government. They chose to hold on to their dual citizenship, or their American or Canadian or wherever it was. Y'all remember? And Coretta could sit down here, play she talking about people and who loyal and who got places to go and them stupidness.
All of Guyana belong to us. And so let me say to you, this installed regime.
This stupidness again. Mind you, Coretta is an executive member of the party who on to know from the March 2nd, 2020 elections, the 5-month period after that it took us to get a declaration, this woman here who is sitting talking is an executive member of the party that cannot produce their SOPs on to this day October 27, 2023. The elections was in March 2021. 5 months after, in August of 2020, March of 2020, the results came out 5 months after. President Ali was sworn in August of 2020. And on to this day, October 27th, 2023, we can't see the SOPs from this Kavakamites party. And she's sitting down here talking to people. You should shame. The bareness in your face is too much for me. Or I should say, is the bareness in your face for me. You understand? This is bare-faced foolishness coming from Coretta McDonald. And she should be the last person to jump up and talk anything in relation to bye.
They really don't know what they're doing, you know.
Okay.
They don't know what they're doing.
Okay. They knew. That's why they did so much. You understand me? That is why they did so much 2015 to 2020, because the coalition knew what they were doing. That's why they did so much for Afro-Guyanese. That is why they brought Guyana together. That is why the coalition government, right, changed the landscape of Guyana, because they knew what they were doing. That is why the people of Guyana voted them out of office, because they knew what they were doing. And the people of Guyana realized, hey, these people know what they're doing. We need to get rid of them. Right, Coretta? Because y'all knew what you were doing. And you know what y'all were doing? Bare foolishness. Bare foolishness.
Let me remind us that in 1899, there was this arbitration.
I'm scratching my head like my friend. Now, this part is what jumped out at me. Now, I want y'all to listen to what Coretta is saying here and tell me how what she is saying here is different from what the government of Guyana has been putting forward as their position in relation to this award.
Award, which awarded Essequibo to Guyana. As a matter of fact, it was always there, but that award made it final. And all parties accepted that, until some people started getting a little crazy and deciding, of course, Venezuela started getting a little crazy and they start doing all kinds of foolishness, agitating here, agitating there. But let me remind you, we have gone to the international courts. And
stop it. Correcto. You stop it right there. Right? Now, this explanation in relation to this Venezuelan issue has been explained over and over and over again by various government officials. So what Coretta is saying here now, or saying what she said on Wednesday, isn't anything new. Isn't anything that differs from what the government of Guyana has been saying. This award has happened. These persons were there during the process, and this is what stands as our territory. You understand me? So the information Coretta present there, I dare say, is late. Is now you realize you need to present this information to your followers or the Guyanese people. The government of Guyana has done this already. So what is your point or purpose here on this program? To make yourself a fool, I reckon.
But that's where the final of...
And the point I wanted to make as well. We mean this we gone to the International Court of Justice. What we are talking about? The only thing that you could probably associate yourself with in relation to that case is Carl Greenidge. And Carl Greenidge ain't want nothing to do with y'all right now. You understand me? Not a single attorney from the opposition has come forward to say, hey, I want to be on the team of attorneys to defend Guyana's sovereignty. Where the hell is Risedale Big Head Ford? Where's the pet lawyer, the mook Darren Wade? Where is the elections went well Basil Williams to say let's go and join the team and defend Guyana at the International Court? You can't find none of them, and we don't want none of them, because here, We want stupid people on the panel, plain and simple. Right? We don't want stupid people on the panel. We want people who know to win cases, who know to make logical arguments, to defend the integrity of Guyana's borders. Not the mooks that you just got behind you. You understand? So, Coretta, you get from here. Bloody Kavaka, mate. I was so mad yesterday, I didn't have the time. But today, I will invest the time in you, Coretta. I'll go over my hour if I have to.
All decisions will be made. And we are not going to engage in any one and two and three talks with anybody.
What is different from what the government been saying? What's this we you're talking about? Huh? The good officer process over a long time ago. The government has stated they will not engage one-on-one with Venezuela. Oh God. Sometimes Paul has come like a force. But anyway, so at the end of the day, Coretta, you had no involvement in making that case to the ICJ. None whatsoever. Right? Those persons are representing you as a Guyanese. You had no involvement there. And if what Paul is talking about is Burnham, and because Coretta talks about Burnham getting Dave Martin to sing the song and a set of thing. If you're talking about that, Paul, I concede, right? But other than that, I ain't gonna really focus on you this morning.
The issue
I am dealing with Coretta. In Coretta.
is there, and it's going to be settled there once and for all.
That's all I'm saying.
And let me say to you that, if there was a certain man around, as a matter of fact, I'm not sure if the operator has that. But let me show you let me tell you what leadership is about. By the time Forbes Burnham, and that's why we have to continue to call the name of that great leader. That was a leader who had vision, and he had love for country. He was committed to ensuring that.
Now listen to this. Coretta McDonald has to go all the way back to Burnham to say, well, he had love for country and he had vision. That means, Aubrey Norton, you are visionless because you're the current leader and she couldn't even lean on you as a reference. That means Coretta McDonald has confirmed that Granger was a waste because you can't even lean on Granger as a former president for a reference. You got to go till back to Burnham. She didn't even want to even mention former President Hoyt. You understand me? If anybody calling this morning, I don't have the phone next to me, so y'all not going to get through. She can't even lean on President Hoyt. You got to go all the way back to Burnham. All the way back to Burnham. You're ashamed. If I was Harvey United to suspend you from the party, it's past me. We're trying to say, I ain't got vision, I ain't got leadership. Well, we know that. But you shouldn't say it because you're part of that party. You should support him and help him find some vision and teach him about leadership. But you would have to know about leadership too. And it's clear as day, as you are in no leadership position 2015 to 2020. So even your party didn't even want you in leadership. You understand? Even your party didn't want you in leadership. So you could get from here, Coretta. You and Burnham in a corner, please.
The people of Guyana benefit every time. First and the foremost.
Yeah, the people of Guyana benefited every time from Burnham. Look, listen, I will tell you all here. I've heard from Afro-Guyanese, Indo-Guyanese, Amerindians, and even a few Portuguese about the rule, the tenure of LFS Burnham. And whilst he might have had a few good ideas, right? Most persons complained about the suffering and the hardships that were brought to Guyana during that period. And they like to talk about his vision was to make us self-sufficient. Boredom declining all the stuff that he banned for Guyanese to eat, so that he and his family could eat. Right? So I don't know if that's friends, family, and favorites, but something was wrong there. Something was wrong there, because everything that Burnham banned, he made sure that he had it at Castellani House there. Right? Everything that he had, everything that he banned. So if that is good leadership, to bring hardship and suffering on the people, people used to tell me how Burnham used to got the same nationals. Y'all should talk about national service. How Burnham used to be on a white horse, riding, watching the people from national service digging the trenches. You see the difference with President Ali? When they got clean up, the only time he's used the Land Cruiser when they got clean up is to reach and to leave. When he reach, he jump out and he clean and he working alongside the people there. He not on no high horse like Burnham was, watching down on people. You understand me? I want you all to remember that. He's not on a high horse watching down on people. He out there working along with everybody. Mark Phillips, Jerry Gavaya, all the people who named Shakal on the program. And we can get to that because Coretta was wilding, y'all. Coretta was wilding the other night. And I was like, what? I never see this lady in this kind of format. I couldn't believe it. But let me continue.
And if we had followed the policies of LFS Burnham, we would not have been where we are today yet.
Of course, we wouldn't have been where we are today. We would have been worse off. You hear me, Coretta? We would have been worse off. So, thank God, there was a return of democracy in 1992. Thank God for the Carter Center and them people. Because all this time that Coretta talking about all this brilliant leadership of Burnham, all this time, y'all remember the people wasn't voting for Burnham, was beer regulation going on. The Kabaka in full effect. Alive and well. Udu. Rigging the tail out of the place. You understand? Rigging the tail out of the place. So it wasn't a choice of the people. It wasn't a choice of the people to have Burnham's vision executed whilst he was there. It was foisted upon them in an undemocratic way. Bareface rigging, Coretta. Bareface rigging. When the GDF and the people them use them vehicles to go and collect the ballot boxes and carry them all over the place. Coretta, please, don't make your eyes pass, people. Vishal, as I said, the phone is not here, so you're not going to get through. The phone is not next to me. Right? The phone is not next to me. But these people, especially you, girl.
We would have been far off. But people jump up and say,
far off from where we are today. Indeed. I agree.
Burnham wants to fight the Indians. He banned flour. He banned alu.
So what was the reason for him to ban it? He didn't want to fight Indians. What was the reason? Were we making flour then?
Ban this. He banned the nonsense.
What you talking is?
Burnham wanted us to be self-sufficient.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why he was implementing certain programs. We didn't see that as being wise. We saw it as Burnham punishing some of us.
Yes, he punished most of us. The largest exodus from this country is under Burnham, right? When Guyana scattered to the wind, is under Burnham. When the Caribbean islands get, I want to say, infested. when Guyanese started to go to the Caribbean islands and United States and the UK and Canada or wherever else they could have go, is on the board now. The most Guyanese leave this country. You understand me? And the trauma is so severe. The trauma is so severe from what Burnham would have done that them Guyanese in the diaspora that's still alive from that period, so frightened they ain't even want to come back. With all the good things happening in Guyana now, they still ain't even want to come back. They're so scared. You understand me? They are so scared, the memories that they have of the leadership of the PNC in this country. They are scared to come back still. They're scared to come back still.
A certain group of people. And it was nothing of the sort.
Okay.
But let me continue by saying, when the Venezuelans started with their nonsense after a while, the first thing Burnham did was to consult with the opposition leader. You know? He didn't talk about shake hand and he has to shake my hand. And
this lady's an idiot. This lady is an idiot of epic proportions, right? An idiot of epic proportions. The president never said anything about shake hand and confessing sins in relation to this border issue. It was on at casual occasions, on functions where the president met with the opposition leader, and he only shared what transpired during those meetings. That the opposition leader wasn't open to consultation. He wasn't open just to being cordial with his colleague. You understand me? And that's all people trying to remind you of Coretta. Now, Aubrey Norton run the office of the president to meet with the president because there's a possibility that the Venezuelans might come over and Bamba Mali can get tech away too. So he rushed in to meet with the president. And guess what? The president, being the big man that he is, met with him as well. Met with him. You understand? Putting aside whatever issues that they may have or whatever childish behavior Aubrey Norton would have exhibited in the beginning, and met with him in relation to the national interest. So Coretta should have several seats and allow her leader to meet on that level. You're not on that level, Coretta. The opposition leading the president met. They released a joint statement. You see, you and I didn't even get invited to the meeting. Right? You see that you wouldn't even get invited to the meeting. You are of no significance. You have nothing to add, bring to the table in this matter, Coretta McDonald. You are not invited to the meeting, but you got everything to say.
Oh, he has to go and confess sins, little boy stupidness. Burnham consulted with the opposition leader then, Shady Jagan. After that consultation, Burnham addressed the nation. After that consultation, Burnham addressed the nation. We are still waiting to be addressed by the installed president.
First of all, what in heaven's name Coretta talking about? The opposition leader, the president, had a meeting in relation to this matter. The opposition leader and the president gave a joint statement on the matter to the public. So what Coretta is saying here now is after the president and the opposition leader would have met, we must now have the president having a separate statement from the joint statement that was issued, showing unity and solidarity on the matter from both government and opposition sides. That's the retiredness of Coretta McDonald, right? So now the president now must come out to say the exact same thing he said in the joint statement. What different he saying, corrector? If it's one stance we taking on the matter, ICJ, we ain't engaging the people, the land is we on, we in K. What more you want him to say, corrector? That indeed you're stupid and you don't understand how politics work?
Still waiting for that. And just after that statement, we saw Venezuela responding. Operator, I don't know if you have this statement that was made by LFS Barnum way back then. If not, we'll just have this picture there. But let me say to you, this was a man who understood what leadership is all about. He understood what being a president is all about and leading a country.
Okay.
Not people who run in helter-skelter and you're having an issue happening in your country.
People running helter-skelter. Who running helter-skelter, corrector? But anyway, let her continue making her point.
And you finding time to travel all over the place. But
No. Imagine our president is representing us on the international stage, bringing development, bringing investment to Guyana, right? Plotting a course unlike any other for Guyana. And she calling it jumping around the place or flying around the place. We president ain't going nowhere yet for medical treatment on the government behalf. Right, Coretta? You remember that. And listen, if you can show me Granger, right, at international events representing us the way that President Ali has represented us, or what I would love to see is somebody do a contrast between initiatives championed by President Granger and initiatives championed by President Ali during their tenure, right? In relation to international engagements and the fruits that it would have bore. And let us contrast that. When this worries talking about hopping around the place. And of course, you know she must jump on Minister Manik Chan.
Arnhem sat here. But you know what? I am happy that the leader of the opposition made it quite clear long before that as the leader of the opposition, we will stand together on this national issue. And we are going to give all the support that is needed at a time like this.
Right.
At this time, we're not talking about shake hand and who didn't shake hand.
Look, this lady is an idiot. I know why I love y'all viewers, because why I forget y'all is remember. This is Granger representing us on the international stage. This is what Granger was hopping around the place, flying, doing. Watch. Look at this. This was our president at an international event. Cruising and snoozing, people. Cruising and snoozing. You understand? Cruising and snoozing. And now we got a president who representing us properly. People like Coretta McDonald got a problem with it. I'm glad we don't have these worries anymore. I try to keep it professional with this show, you know. But sometimes these people just make you want to use our kind of language. Granger was a complete waste. A historical waste. That was Granger. Now you got somebody with sense who doing things to better the lives of Guyanese, to advance Guyana. You got an issue? To hell with you, Corretto. You understand? Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about that.
And who must confess sins and who must not confess.
Confess that you have bloody elections.
He spoke about national unity. And I want to commend the leader of the opposition, Comrade Aubrey Norton, for taking that bold step. As a matter of fact, he did not only take that bold step, he held a press conference to talk about these issues.
listen to me. At no point, Aubrey Norton takes bold steps. Aubrey Norton takes very calculated and gentle steps, right? If you don't know Coretta, if you walk too hard, when you got sons attached to you, it is hard. So your steps have to be calculated and gentle. So don't get it twisted, right? There's nothing bold about any steps about Aubrey Norton.
But you know what? We have a government that is all about the monies, all about the tall buildings, all about the road projects. And I'm not saying that these activities or these developments,
So,
they're not good.
so you're saying on one case, on one hand, that the government focusing on these projects. And Cecil, I know I see your point about making her popular. But at the same time, I'm debunking the foolishness that she's talking here. Right? And I made notes, but I wanted to blow by blow respond to this mook of a Coretta McDonald. You understand? So right here, you hear her saying that the government only focusing on buildings and road projects and making money. And in another breath, yes, these things are important.
Good. But you can't be only about developments. And of course, you know why they're all about these kind of road construction and building buildings. Even when buildings are needed, they're building buildings. Because they can get, their brother and their sister to be a part of, to bid for the contract.
Mind you, at no point during 2015 or 2020, anybody from the APNU, AFC, Coalition, WPA, Men's Ministry, Movement, whatever the name, came up with any evidence of this friends, family, and favorites, who people, brother and sister, getting contract and them kind of thing. Contractors should come together and sue Coretta for her to provide the proof of these friends, family, and favorites that she's talking about.
It's just handed to them. Like what my good friend, well, he's not my good friend, Nigel Dharamlal. I saw a big contract there on his name. This is his address in Cummins Lodge. These people are just nasty.
And Coretta talking about Nigel Dharamlal and what he getting involved in. Coretta, what have you done for Alexander Village? What have you done for 4th Street, Alexander Village? Alexander Village flooding or used to flood every time the rain fall until the government come in and do work in that area. What have you done for Alexander Village 2015 to 2020? You living in there, driving a fancy Lexus. What have you done for Alexander Village, the people in Alexander Village? Or because Alexander Village is predominantly Indo-Guyanese, you ain't make no representation on their behalf. Could you say, Coretta? All Boys Town is a stone's throw away from you. Rumvelt is right next to you. What did you do for those communities? How did you represent them when your government was in power? How did you empower those people in those communities? How did you make their lives better? In any way, shape, or form. You talking about people? You have done nothing, Coretta McDonald. You have done nothing. You have nothing to show under your belt other than to be the general secretary of the GTU. And even with that, they call corruption there because y'all with the teachers and the duty free who are eligible. It's only teachers who you feel are loyal to your PNC supporters getting the duty free sort out. What are you talking about?
Nasty people. All of them bidding for contracts. We got a minister that said the Minister of Agriculture, it is alleged the Minister of Agriculture too. His sons are bidding for contract and they're getting it. While other people, other person.
Paul is saying that I can't give Aubrey Norton any credit. So Paul needs to go and look at the program 2 days ago or the program just after the meeting with Aubrey Norton and the president, where I praised Aubrey Norton for taking a mature stance and putting national issues first, right? So,
who are building contractors, real building contractors, they're not. People must know what is happening. Our people must know we cannot continue to sit idly by and allow foolishness to happen.
That is why the people voted you all out, correct? Because they weren't going to sit idly by and allow foolishness to happen. That is why they voted you all out 2020. Because you all did bare foolishness from 2015 to 2020. Right?
You know, while we have been educating our people here under the PNC, under the coalition, about our territory, the PPP come and all they're doing is jumping around the place. You're not going to caution me, my fancy girl prayer.
Right.
Jumping around the place, commissioning building here, commissioning school there, all over the place. You're doing foolishness. And
the Minister of Education is adding facilities to the education sector. And that is considered foolishness by the Shadow Education Minister, by the General Secretary of the Guyana Teacher Union. This is considered as foolishness. Y'all could believe it. Y'all could believe that this is what the Shadow Education Minister considers foolishness? The upgrading and the building of new facilities across the region to the purpose of education? I don't think this lady is serious.
And not a word in the curriculum about our national, our patriotism and so on.
So okay. So people on this live, according to Coretta, the curriculum was established in 2020 when Miss Manik Chan took up the post as Minister of Education. And when Miss Manik Chan took up this post, she formulated the curriculum. And in the formulation of the curriculum, she left out matters of patriotism. Get away from here, Coretta McDonald. The curriculum 2015 to 2020. You could vacumate you. Why didn't you revamp the curriculum 2015 to 2020 to include things about patriotism? Why didn't you ask Pagwali to open up some new schools, some new dorms, and rehabilitate some of those things? We couldn't get that from you. So how could you sit here now and talk about Minister Manik Chan, who has been making constant advances in the education sector, ensuring that persons from far-flung communities have places to stay so they can attend secondary school, ICT in the classroom, the technologically advanced classrooms, hot meals, ensuring that the government bring back the because the school uniform voucher, the support for teachers, the housing program for teachers. You get from here, Coretta. You did nothing and you were their chief representative as the general secretary for the GTU. What did you approach the coalition to do for teachers? Not even the students. Frig the students. The teachers that you're representing. What did you approach the GTU? What did you approach the government, the Granger government? Pagwali education system. Rupert Rupnarain, who disappeared off the face of the earth. I don't know where he gone. But did he die? I think he passed. I don't want to call that on the man. If I know Rupert Rupnarain disappeared. You understand? They didn't even tip you to take over his spot or make you the junior minister within the Minister of Education. That is what the coalition told you. Get away from here. We don't want you here. You weren't even made a junior minister in the Ministry of Education or minister within the Ministry of Education. You understand? And you talking about Minister Manik Chan and all the stuff that she has been doing? How dare you? How dare you?
Gone out to the door. They don't care about that. No wonder she got stupidness typed in the exercise books.
The minister formulated the exercise books. The minister, all them exercise books, this what we're talking about, were written and published 2020 when Minister Manik Chan took office. This Kavaka and that is why I tell y'all, people like Coretta McDonald can't see God face. Can't see God face, the two liars. You're too liar and run into church every Sunday, playing the holy, and then coming and lying to people bare face. Bare face.
With the wrong multiplication tables and wrong.
That is what, listen. Clearly, Vince Roy Jordan used that book, and Amanza used that book. Matter of fact, enough of y'all on the coalition used that book, because maths is not your strong point. So I agree with you. I'm upset that Amanza and Vince Roy, is Vince Roy? The little fine one from Essequibo, man. I think he's the Deputy General Secretary for the PNC. Little monkey face boy. Can't remember his name. But horrible with math. So yes, I'm going to ask Minister Manning trying to correct that, because that is the books that Amanza and them learn from. That is bring that maths to the parliament with.
Spelling about country and all kind of foolishness. She ain't got time with that, you know.
And Nigel Hughes with the division. All of them learn from them maths books, correct? And you didn't ask your party to make the corrections so that they ain't got another Amanza coming up with Christina and the other Mook with the calculation. Look. This worries here talking about people got time with big house. You ever went to Annette house? Correct? Your house could fit in Annette house about 4 times. About 4 times. Your house in Alexander Village, that big upstairs and downstairs house in 4th Street, could fit in Annette house about 4 times, all 2 levels of your house, correct?
Not a word in our curriculum to talk about being
One move forward.
and there's he said, "Oh, y'all don't want my people there." When I said, "In all your own back to it."
This is when she talking about Bornholm and Barbados. I think this is when she started to attack me monthly, and I wanted to get to here because
20 are children who have Guyanese parents. Nothing like. He said, "Oh, y'all don't want my people there." When I said, "In all your own back to Barbados, all your Bajan people going back." But we're not doing that here. You know why they're not doing that here? Because they want the Venezuelans to come here so they can register them for elections purposes.
Really, correct? You think that the People's Progressive Party Civic need the Venezuelans to beat the PNC? No, my friend. Actually, no, my fellow Guyanese, because we're not friends. The PPPC will win the elections in 2025 based on works put out, right? Based on works put out. That is why your party didn't win the 2020 elections, because there were no works put out for the population to see. So they could say, hey, they probably do a little stupidness, but at least they did this, or at least they did that. All you could say is, at least we get this arch. At least we get this shaft in Madia. Right? At least we get an old boat, an old bus, and an old bicycle. At least we get a stupid, cheap green and yellow bag for them little children go to school with. At least we get the Granger buses who only used to pick up certain people's children in certain villages. That is your track record that you have to campaign on 2025, correct? You yourself have nothing that you could come to the population and say, I did for Guyanese, or I did for this community, other than make yourself a comic.
So we don't care who belongs to this squad, who is a trained military officer, who come in as a spy, who come in as a die. We're not interested. The PPP not interested in that. They're interested in votes. And this is why they're interested in votes, because they recognize that many of their supporters are leaving this country. They're going away to the US and Canada.
Y'all made them do that, right? Y'all made them do that. People are coming back now because they could make money in Guyana. So please, don't get it twisted.
Here that APNU created. But the thing is, we got so many issues with other derms. Go check what is happening at President's College. Check
When it started happening at President's College?
what is happening in Port Kaituma.
When it started happening in Port Kaituma?
Check what is happening at St. Ignatius.
When last you went to St. Ignatius? You showed me a photo with you at St. Ignatius. Now I'm checking it out. You backside. Get away from here, Coretta.
Yes. Fix the dorms prayer. Fix those there. Because we don't want to have another Madia in Port Kaituma or another Madia in Lethem. Fix the dorms. We don't want to have a...
I just want you to fix your face. You're annoying me. That's what I want you to do. Fix your face.
Another Madia in Paramakatoy. Go fix the dorms. But they're only hustling to build new ones because they know that's where they could cipher off the monies. They put somebody.
That's how retarded this lady retarded. Even if you're fixing the dorms, you still got bid. You still got put it out the contract. So somehow, according to her, if that's the case, money could still make. And mind you, at no point has Coretta or any one of the PNC operatives, AFC, PA, PNU, WP, whoever, has come forward to say, look, evidence of corruption, evidence of friends, family, and favorites, evidence of discrimination and marginalization. Nothing of the sort. Beer trash.
Somebody else's name when they're the person who getting the contract. It's crazy.
You're crazy.
And so while Burnham was there and Burnham spoke to the nation, and because of his vision that those are properly built, Burnham made that. Burnham and you must say something. Burnham made that.
Good. We get into the juicy point here.
Burnham made that. Burnham and shortly. Huh? Where is Mia?
Mia Motley's
Mia came here during the.
Mia Motley's in Barbados. That is where Mia Motley is because she's the prime minister there. We want to know where she is for, right? And why did she come here, Coretta? Why did she come here during the elections? Not because you and your people, they want to steal it. No, you jumping on Mia Motley case?
The 2020 elections claiming that you're coming to fix the business right. Why aren't we having any support now from Mia Motley?
This is how stupid and idiotic and dumb and foolish and imbecilic Coretta McDonald is. You understand me? CARICOM issue a statement. Barbados falls under CARICOM as well as Guyana. Now you're asking for a CARICOM member state to give a separate statement from CARICOM to say what? To say the same thing or to give a different stance? What nonsense Coretta McDonald talking? That's the stupidity of this individual. CARICOM issue a statement. So by extension, Barbados is in support of that statement, fool. How stupid could you be?
And Barbados. Huh? Black belly sheep and all kind of thing come from Barbados. Hot fish curry and so does go to Mia when it is alleged.
You man, listen to me. Black belly sheep coming from Barbados would have benefiting Guyanese or Bajans. Black belly sheep coming from Barbados to Guyana to diversify our livestock. How is Mia Motley benefiting? Coretta K about fish curry. She claiming to know Mia Motley coming to Guyana on the weekend. I'm going to the interior and judge yourself. Oh Christ, Coretta. If we got nice flora and fauna, what we do? If me like with flora and fauna, what we do? If she want to see culture, what we do? She ain't got to spend money when she come, buddy. They're fighting on the lady for. Y'all rig the elections, the lady talk. CARICOM talk too. Say, boy, how you catch yourself? So what is it you're expecting to Mia Motley to see outside of the CARICOM statement?
Just go to Mia when the weekends come. Mia, we want to hear a statement from you in support of Guyana. Don't come here and feel you could use us.
Use us how? Use us how? Who is the black belly sheep benefiting? Who is the black belly sheep benefiting? And not to say Guyana sending stuff back to Barbados, Greens or whatever it is. But what's the logic behind this argument by Coretta McDonald?
Many weekends you're flying in, you're gone in the interior, you're gone all over the place. You must say something now. Where is Ralph Gonzalez? Huh?
No, she jumped to Ralph Gonzalez. This is the Techie like a man. Now, this is everybody who would have called out the rigging of the 2020 elections by the coalition. You understand? She is calling out everybody who stood against the rigging of the 2020 election. This is Coretta. Once you stood up for democracy, all the guardians of democracy should call out. She wants a statement from the guardians of democracy. Oh my God. Look.
Ralph talked about taking your licks like a man. Where is Ralph Gonzalez now?
He is in his country.
I want to hear these people making statements. Where is...
Mind you, Ralph Gonzalez is a prime minister of a CARICOM member state. CARICOM issued a statement, and this retard is here calling on heads of state for CARICOM member states to issue a statement outside of the CARICOM statement. That is the kind of disorder is having the PNC, you know. There is no leadership or vision of persons going in one direction. Everybody jumping out talking stupidness. You understand, all over the place.
Ralph Gonzalez. You only know Guyana when you could get from us.
Where Ralph Gonzalez get from Guyana? This lady, oh my gosh. What Ralph Gonzalez get from Guyana? Jesus.
We want to hear from Ralph Gonzalez. He must make a statement in support.
Where is Coretta's statement? Could somebody please tag me in the statement Coretta made on this issue? Please. Anybody. Somebody. Please. And I'm wrapping up soon.
The more statements we get, it's better for us.
Okay.
But I understand why some of you are not going to make statements because y'all like the snake with the two heads.
Correct.
That's why some of you are not going to make statements.
Coretta talking about two-headed snakes. Coretta was just the other day talking about evil people in her party. You understand me? Coretta was just the other day talking about evil people in her party. Let me get the date for you. This Kavaka mind. July 7, 2023. July 7, 2023. Evil people in her party, PNC, Coretta McDonald lashes out at comrades. Y'all check it, Google it. Google it. Y'all Google it. This look. Listen. She asks about and I got to wrap up because I really got to go. I ain't got the time to deal with Coretta fully this morning. But I want to add, Coretta McDonald was calling for a statement from Sarah Lynch. This is why Paul 63. This is why I've been calling her an idiot, stupid, foolish, dense, thick, witless. Sarah Lynch gone back to America. They got a new ambassador. And Coretta calling for Sarah Lynch to make a statement on what? Statement on what, Coretta? You ain't realize that Sarah Lynch gone back to the States. She's not the ambassador here anymore. You are out of your mind. You're out of your mind. Minister of Sport, Jerry Gavaya, everybody must make a statement. Where's your statement? Where's your statement? You must want Aubrey Norton drop 2 knuckle in you. You could say anything outside the party line. Best rest yourself. Listen, people, y'all have a good weekend. Be safe. Be careful. I'll see you here Monday, same time, same place. Peace Love, one Guyana.
Caution them. Make it an anthem. Land of Guyana, of rivers and plains. I'm a real Guyanese. From the time when I step on the scene to the moment me leave. I'm a real Guyanese. From the red to the black to the gold to the white to the green. I'm a real Guyanese. And nothing can change me. Then nothing can change me. I'm a real Guyanese. I live in a foreign country. So nothing can change me. 6 races, beautiful faces. Put your hand them in the air if you're not racist. I pledge myself to honor always. I will never disgrace this. Then want peace and we mop. Wait your mothers, we not give you that. No, no, not one caress. Not a blade of grass. Listen up, 83,000 square miles. Oh my God, we find aisle. Me not tell you no lie. Guyana nice, but me swear for my life. Land of many waters, bring out all the leaders in the sun, them and the daughters. If you want to we fall, no, not at all. I'm a real Guyanese. From the time when I step on the scene to the moment me leave. I'm a real Guyanese. From the red to the black to the gold to the white to the green. I'm a real Guyanese. And nothing can change me. So nothing can change me. I'm a real Guyanese. I live in a foreign country. So nothing can change me. We got stop broke. Allow it tough crook. It now is pretty son about a try act shook. Got a big up GRM, me know I'm a tax look. And when me have the money, me can go for my bank book. Beautiful Guyana, we there in South America. Land of kite, the flora and the fauna. Independent people, so we doing what we wanna. Never violate because you could become a Ghana. Them love we country, all the foreigners, them children salute you. In the Indian temple, love we border, we no want no problem. Never fall, we forever standing. Me love how God make ya, would never forsake ya. Unique in every way, God I never mistake ya. If Guyana was a girl, they surely would date ya. That's why them want take ya. I'm a real Guyanese. From the time when I step on the scene to the moment me leave. I'm a real Guyanese. From the red to the black to the gold to the white to